Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we're going to be testing out the HAUSE Labs eyeshadow palette. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products and not the people behind them. Any shit you want to talk, take that shit elsewhere, because this is a channel of positive energy, okay? Okay. So, how the fuck is everyone? I hope wherever you're at in this beautiful, fine-ass world, you are having a marvelous day. I myself am getting over a little bit of sickness, but it's all good. I really can't complain that much. The only thing that I have to complain about is yesterday, right before my holiday party, the ghost that lives in my house decided it wanted to take down the mirror that's in my hallway. It's not a tiny mirror either, it's a giant mirror, and so it came crashing down, hitting the table below it with all the glass shit that was on it, completely destroying everything. We're gonna call the ghost, let's say Matilda or Gertrude. Let's call her Matilda Gertrude. That seems a very good name for her. I don't know what the fuck is up her girdle, but she needs to calm her tits. She's breaking everything in here. But other than that, you know, my life is peachy. And I'm very excited to test out today's products. HAUSE Laboratories is, I don't know, owned or run, or I don't know if maybe she's just the face of it, but it is by Lady Gaga. And this is the, Glam Room #1 palette. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, the first launch, I was extremely disappointed in. The products, they weren't that bad, but when it's fucking Lady Gaga, who was like the queen of the meat dress and all this weird shit that she didn't originate, but she brought back and kind of put an original twist to it, I suppose. There was nothing original in that collection, so I was very, very, very disappointed in it. And I truthfully am kind of shocked at this palette because it could not get much more vanilla. Again, this is so hard to say because I love Lady Gaga, but it really isn't about her, it's about the products that they launch. One moment, let me take a sip of my blended up meal because I got time to eat. Yes, this is one Whopper from Burger King, a little bit of Diet Coke in there, blended it all up, and here we have it. No, I'm just kidding. This shit is pure nutrients. Oh, but it tastes like the corpse of a rotted wildebeest's taint. Oh my god, I've literally been picking at the thing that's on my tooth for like 35 seconds, and it's a smudge thing on my phone. God damn. Let's open this up because hopefully maybe in person, this'll look a little bit better than it did online. I just ordered this a few days ago, so I haven't forgotten what it looked like. Because it came from Amazon, I literally just saw this. Alright, I am on the Amazon website, and this has one review that's got 5 stars. That doesn't seem correct. But this does retail for $34. Let's see what the thing says. Such a nice palette, super general colors that go well with any skin tone. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Damn, honey, our sale's not doing so well. Why do we only have one review? There has got to be a glitch or something because... Anyways, let's open this little monster up, and here we have a nice little protective sleeve. Very fancy. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, so the first thing I see is shadow on the back, if my camera will focus. Come on. I don't know if you can see right there. There's a little bit of, like, bronzy orange shadow, and the sticker isn't really put on correctly either. It's not that big of a deal. There's just a bubble in there right there. Let's see if I can kind of fix it. No, not really. It's just gonna chill in there and move around. All right, it's like my kidney stones. Ooh, ooh, ready? Oh, ooh, it's kind of popping. Ooh, it's like bubble wrap. It's got an extremely light weight to it. It feels inexpensive, but it also feels like durable. Like you could probably put this in your bag and it could withstand a nice beating. I am relatable, so I like this already. But I do like the way that looks. It's very simple. To me, it is not at all Lady Gaga. I don't get this. Like, if I think of Lady Gaga, there's so many different versions of her that they could have emulated in this. I don't know what the fuck version this is, but it's none that I've seen. So let's open this beast up and... Oh, God. All right, there we go. Oh, whew. Nothing is broken. I don't know what the fuck was on the back, but I kind of got scared for a second thinking that this might be shattered. And it's a palette, that's for sure. Is it anything that the world needs? No. Is it anything we've never seen before? That's a strong nay, too. It's definitely cute. I think it's kind of versatile. We have a really pretty kind of multi-chrome purple there that my eye is instantly drawn to. It's very safe. And once again, even though this isn't about the people behind the product, Lady Gaga is the face. And so you do kind of have to take that into consideration, I feel. And this does not scream Lady Gaga at all. I know that lately she has kind of been toned down a little bit, but still, this is very AliExpress. Not that there's anything wrong with AliExpress, I guess, but this just, it feels so cheap and so not thought out. But even though it is so simple, I do think this is kind of a versatile palette. Like, you could create a lot of really pretty glam looks, even though for the most part, like, the base of the looks would probably be the same. Where you really have opportunity to customize it is with the shimmer, and so I kind of do the same kind of looks all the time, where I do darkness out here and then cut the crease and put some kind of shimmer there. So here you have several options. If you do like a dark glam look, you could put this on the inner corner, this, that. So there are options here, but it's just so blah. But also, it is pretty. Just, But like, I don't know what they could sell that would be universal but still represent Lady Gaga, because she's kind of a unique character, and not everybody's gonna want that. So I understand why this is more of a universal sellable palette that's kind of on the plain side, nothing too wild, because not everybody wants things wild. Yes. Me though, with my personality, I'm like, slap on some slinky boots, hop on that sex swing, and let's go for a fucking ride with this makeup, but this isn't doing that for me. Honey, this ain't even anal. This palette is the missionary version of makeup. I don't know, but I'm probably gonna end up loving it, so I will quit bitching about it. We can actually test this out. I do want to feel a couple of these before we do actual swatches, so let's feel this matte right here. It's okay. It doesn't feel bad, but it does feel a little bit kind of chalky, I guess. I don't know how you can feel chalkiness, but you know how you can just tell when something's a little chalky? Let's feel one of the shimmers. I'm sure it'll feel great because it is very hard to fuck up a shimmer. That's okay. It's kind of chunky, but not at all, like, unattractive. It has a beautiful shift. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It kind of goes from a greenish gold to a beautiful fluorescent pink. Let's feel the black. That is excellent looking. It doesn't look patchy at all. So let's start with that. Let's do that right there. Very nice. We can put the gold right there. Oh god, that's very chunky. I'm gonna have to go up and down a little bit. And then let's do the black. That is absolutely wonderful. I love a good black. I think before I said blacker than my soul, and people were like, blacker than your hole? No, my soul, bitch. Or what's left of it, at least. I guess the same, though, could be said for the hole. What's left of it? Just kidding. Kegels are a real thing. So, since there really aren't many reviews that I can look up about this, and there isn't really any information about this online other than it being universal, blendable, cruelty-free, and vegan, that's all I'm running with here. And I'm seeing that the first ingredient is talc, so that's why I kind of had that chalky feel. And this does have dimethicone in it. I'm assuming that's more for the shimmers, but if you have a silicone allergy, stay the fuck away from this. God damn, she looks so pretty in the campaign. Like, does she not? I love that look. But like, where in the hell is that purple and that blue that's in here? Like, is that around her eyes? Because what it looks like she has on is not a shimmer. Like, I would never put that all the way up my eyes like she did. Maybe she has more lid space than I do, but I'm so confused because all of the products that are on her eyes don't really match this. Maybe they do. I don't know. Either way, I fucking adore her, but it's not about her. But honestly, bitch, take my seed. So let's go ahead and swatch this and do a nice, simple, easy glam. We are actually gonna do a fucking easy glam today. We're not gonna look like a RuPaul contestant at the end of this like usual. We're gonna be simple. So let's go ahead and swatch and do a look with this bitch. Are you ready? You know the song. It's swatching time. Alright, so here we have Cake, Applause, Curtain Call, Contort, Scotch, Spotlight, Cameo, Shimmy, Slipper Room, and Top Hat. And these actually swatched beautifully. I have no primer down whatsoever. They're sticking, they're not crumbly. I think this is probably going to be a really good palette. I'm just more gutted about the fact that there's really no originality in here. It's just, I don't love the color story. It's too safe for me, but I think that we're going to turn out some really pretty looks with this palette, so I can't be too mad. I want more, especially for the price. Like, I feel as if I could go to Ulta and pick up probably the same kind of palette for half as much. I know that the brand has kind of turned itself into something, I suppose, a little luxurious, but this to me doesn't read luxury. Let's go ahead and put these on the eyes because they are really pretty, but you know what I mean? Like, where I want a little more. It's like when you're getting frisky with somebody and they put it in and you don't know it's in. Like, yes, it's a painting, but I mean, there's more to be desired. Like, yes, this is an eyeshadow palette, but we could do better. So let's put on our foundation. For that, because I'm a little bit tan, I can use this Dior Backstage. This is 2.5N. Normally, it's way too fucking dark for me, and I never really care, but now it might actually match me, so people can't complain too much. Not that anybody really complains about anything on my channel. Y'all are literally the fucking best. I am so fortunate to have the best group of subscribers in the world. Oh, I just love y'all. And today, because we are gonna kind of glam up, I do want to look extra bronzy. I always love bronzing up. So if it looks a little bit ridiculous, don't judge me. When don't I look ridiculous? Then I'm gonna go ahead and set that with some powder foundation because bitch wants cake face today. Normally I like a different kind of cake on my face, but you know, you can't always win. And now that my face is set into place and looking great, I fucking forgot to put concealer on. I had a little bit on before. I just need something to highlight under my eyes, so I'm probably gonna go over it with another cream. Don't judge me. We're not reviewing the face. We're reviewing the eyes. God, that's revolting. Ugh. All right, to highlight under the eyes, I'm gonna take this 100% pure Second Skin. I'm not sure that there's much left. Maybe we can get a little bit out of it. What the hell, let's add a little bit more. This is the Covergirl Trublend in the shade... Did I just get an email? This is the Covergirl Trublend in the shade L900. And I'm just gonna put a few little drops right there just to brighten it a little bit more. Go on the forehead, down the nose, just like this. And then for a little bit of contour, I'm gonna go in with this Uma Beauty Double Take. I think this is in the shade Fair Lady. That's probably way too deep, but I said I wanted to be bronze, didn't I? This might actually be perfect. Yay! And then I'm gonna take whatever's left on this brush and just kind of run it down the sides of the nose. I don't like to do a super heavy nose contour because then it's really obvious on me, so just a little bit of shadow right here does it. And now under my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and set some Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Now that I have about 8 pounds of product on my face. Oh my God. Oh, I just breathed in so much powder. Oh God. To set the contour, I'm gonna oh God, we can tell what's on my mind. I am going to dip into this NYX Pro palette, and I just like to go in all the shades and just mix them, the cool and the warm ones. Dust all that powder away, and that actually isn't that bad. All right, we're good. And I'll finish up with a highlight and bronzer and blush and all that shit after we finish the eye look because I don't know how much to put on. Oh my God, my under eyes are so creasy because I put so much product on. That's okay, we're not judging that, we are judging this. So let's hop the fuck into this, shall we? Let's go ahead and prime our eyes with this NYX eyeshadow base like I always do. And I'm actually gonna leave this a little bit tacky and I'm not gonna set it with a powder. I've found recently that if you leave it wet, things just stick so much better. The pigmentation is amazing. They might be a little bit more difficult to blend, but ultimately it totally increases the wear time because they're like stuck the fuck to your eye. So we're gonna leave these wet. It's not like we're working with super crazy colors here that really need massive blending. All right, so I think to highlight this boy brow of mine, I'm gonna dip into this lightest shade, which I think is Cake. It doesn't smell like cake, but it's called Cake. Does it taste like cake? Definitely not. And let's just put this right under the brow right there. Is that doing anything? Let's pack on some more. Right there. Oh yeah, that is giving a nice little highlight. Let's put on even more. Yeah, queen. I guess let's go into this guy right here, which is maybe Cameo, maybe? I think. Let's do the usual where we start right here on the outer corner and kind of push it into the crease and then work it up towards the brow but not go all the way up to the brow. Even though my eye's still a little bit tacky, this is blending out as if it were over something very dry, very smooth. I really like that. Okay. It did go on a little bit darker because it is going on something kind of wet. But I don't mind that. Like, I think it's still a really pretty shade. But yes, I think that blended out quite nicely. Now, I guess with whatever's left on the brush, I'm gonna kind of drag it up towards the brow. I guess kind of touching it, but there really isn't much left on there. Let's go in with this deeper brown. I'm just gonna use the same brush, but I kind of wiped all the pigment off it, so it should be clean-ish. It's like my STD track record. It's clean. And because there really isn't like a whole lot of crazy shit that I'm wanting to do with this palette, I'm just gonna kind of do my usual where I start on the outer third of the eye and slowly start to work it up the crease and go towards the middle, really only bringing it as far as the middle. Once again though, this shadow blends out marvelously. I'm gonna go in with just a tiny bit more and do the exact same thing just to deepen it up a little bit more because Poppy likes it deep. And same for the other side, just little teeny tiny chubby baby motions. And then I kind of want to bring a little bit of a wing out here, not too much, just a tiny bit. So I'm gonna drag it right about to there, nothing too dramatic here. And then for the lower lash, I'm pretty much gonna do the same exact thing, except I'm gonna start with this lighter brown first and then go in with that deeper one. So we're going to place this all along the lower lash and really create a nice, simple, glamorous, smoky eye. And then because I created that little baby wing right there, I'm just gonna keep blending it out to there and kind of follow the lower lash and just make a nice little straight motion. Ooh, yes, bitch, it's the straightest thing on me. These really do blend out magnificently. I'm still not sold on the price yet. We'll see how the shimmers work, but so far, even though it's not like the most wow, fantastic, amazing, unique palette, I do actually really like it. Quality-wise, this bitch is banging so far. Next, I'm gonna dip into this deeper brown. It's a very, very pretty kind of rusty reddish brown. With this, I'm gonna start right here on the outer like corner, and I'm gonna work it more into that little wing that I'm creating and then bring it inwards. So right about there, and I'm really wanting to fluff this shit out. Even though it's gonna be a glam look, I want it to look effortless, kind of grungy, but still glam at the same time. Or maybe I'll look like a giant donkey dick, you never know. And now comes the kind of scary part, because I don't usually like to fuck with blacks, even though I think the black is kind of what makes or breaks a palette. Like if it's an ashy black, I know that I probably won't reach for that palette. There's something about a black that if it isn't good, then I somehow think the rest of the palette isn't going to be. I don't know why the fuck I do that, but this is a really good black, and so I just want to test it out. So I'm going to take this same brush. I've kind of dusted all the pigment off of it. And I'm going to lightly dip into that just right there and get a lot off. And we're going to take this in between the lashes. So I'm gonna really help deepen the look up and really give it a smoky edge. And then right here on the outer corner, I'm just gonna kind of tap it in and then work it into this shape that I've created. So I'll leave it right there, and then I'm gonna take this fluffy brush that I used before and kind of smudge it around a little bit and kind of buff this shit out. Black for me is when the look really starts to turn kind of muddy, and I do not want a muddy look. I'm just very, very lightly tapping it into place. And even with the light little love taps, this is blending out so effortlessly. There's no fallout on my face. I totally forgot to put powder under there to catch any fallout, but I haven't needed it, so it's really not a big problem. And that blended out nicely. So at this point, I would normally cut the crease, but today, I think I kind of want to see how it goes down on just normal skin, and maybe I can try to cut the crease a little bit with the shimmer, but I'm not going to put concealer down like I normally do. Ooh, and I really, really want to try these purples, but I always use purples. So instead, why don't we try this gold right here? Mainly because it didn't swatch the best. The other ones, when swatched, they were fantastical, but this one, it was kind of chunky, finicky, it kind of flew everywhere. So I want to put that one to the test because the other ones are probably perfectly fine. So here we go in with Applause, I think. And I'm just gonna kind of press that on where I would normally cut the crease. I don't know if you can see it. It's definitely there, but it's not the most like pigmented thing in the world. Maybe I need to be using my finger with it, but I mean, I'm trying to stick it on, but it just looks very, very powdery, extremely patchy. Let me try using my finger because that could make all the difference in the world. It didn't really fix it. It just applied more, but more doesn't mean better with this. It's still a little bit kind of rough and gritty looking. It feels fine on the eye, like it's not heavy, but it's certainly not the best shimmer that I've used. And I feel like for the price, we could get a little bit better. The other ones, they're probably perfectly fine, but this is what I was really drawn to because it has such a unique shift to it. Not necessarily unique. I've seen this, well, quite a bit before, but it's one of the only ones that really pops to me. Like this and that purple, those are my shit. Maybe it just needs something to stick to, but there's a lot of fallout under my eyes. It dusts away easily. It's really no biggie, but I don't love it. The quality of it, or I don't know, whatever's in it isn't that great. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very splotchy, very patchy. It's kind of difficult to work with. I don't know. Let me see if maybe I could go over this with a lighter color. Let's go in with this one. Is that Top Hat maybe? It's not too terrible. I definitely liked it more gold, but at least now it's a bit brighter and a tiny bit more poppin'. Go over that with even more gold. I don't know. I'm just layering 50 pounds of makeup on my eyes right now. Just trying to make it look good. Maybe let's dip into this darker brown shimmer, and I'll place this kind of right here on the outer edge. See how that blends out? Ooh, that's pretty. Kind of blend that in with the black that we put down before. Ooh, I do really like that. Just for shits, I rarely ever put shimmer on my lower lash, but I'm gonna take some of that brown and just kind of smoke it out right here, just out of curiosity. Maybe it'll give like a nice wet look, because as we always say, the wetter the better. Then I'm gonna take a brown liner and just kind of draw in between the lashes. And then I'm also gonna take some right here on the outer half of the actual waterline, but I'm gonna leave the inner part completely bare. Then for the inner corner to highlight, I'm gonna take a spot of Pop Luxe Pure Life. We will just place that right here to really brighten the look up. And then over that, just a touch of Cali Life to kind of bring the gold aspect back. And then just a teeny little tap of whatever this color is right under the brow bone, right there, just to highlight it. And here we are with the final look. For lips, I went in with Deck of Scarlet's Slow Jams, as well as Hank and Henry's Yo No Sé and Love You So Much. I actually really like the way this look turned out. It's very, very simple, easy glam. But is this look anything that I couldn't have gotten with at least 1,000 other palettes? No. Is it pretty? Yes. Is this palette extremely universal? Yes. The mattes, I think, are out of this world. So beautiful, extremely pigmented, extremely easy to work with. But what I'm not at all sold with are the shimmers. Like, I really only used the 3 of those, so I can't exactly give it a yes or a no, at least shimmer-wise. But I didn't like the gold. I didn't love that one. I did really enjoy that, but I mean, it's nothing spectacular, especially for the price. Like, you don't get a whole lot for 34 bucks, and I feel like each one of these should be amazing for that price. And they really aren't. Again, the mattes, completely amazing, but is it worth paying $34 for what, 4 mattes? Not at all, especially when they make palettes where you can get like 35 shades for 40 bucks and each one of them are fucking fantastic. So, do I recommend this palette? Oh, that's tough. If you want kind of like a novelty item that could go in your bag and travel with you because it's not very heavy and she's durable, then yes, but just know that all of the shimmers might not be the best. For you, they might work great. It might be my eyes. It may have been because I didn't put them on a wet concealer. What do I smell? Now I keep smelling raspberry. Oh, it's my lipstick. Do I recommend it? Yes, but know that the shimmers might not be the best. The mattes I think are fucking fantastic, but do I think it's worth the price? Truthfully, no, I don't. Not at all. This to me is more like a $20 palette. I think that's pretty safe. It has very simple packaging, very sleek packaging, but still very simple. The color story leaves a lot to be desired. No part of this palette is unique at all. If there were shadows in here that were mind-blowing or the formula was outstanding and completely revolutionary, then yes, it would be worth the price, but to me, it's not. This is literally like a NYX palette that you get at Ulta, and I don't mean to shit on the brand at all because I do like seeing what they're gonna come out with, but yeah, they kind of missed it with this one for me. I mean, despite the fact that we did create a really pretty nice, simple glam look, it's just not my cup of tea for some reason. I don't think it's ugly. I think it's pretty. It just meh. So there you go. Please let me know down in the comments below what you think of this palette. If you have it, do you love it? If you don't have it, do you want it? Does this palette interest you at all? I'm very bi-curious to hear your thoughts because I feel like it's kind of a mixed bag with this one. But there you go. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you all. You are my friends and my family, and I love you to the moon and back. Like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye.